Hey population, and welcome to Secret Wars TLDR. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
We're your war correspondents, so to speak, where we read the tie-in so you don't have to. What are we doing today, Tiff?
We're doing Siege.
Ooh, the
Number
new Siege.
3. Siege. At least I didn't put the 3 where the E was.
Yes, Siege.
Written by Kieran Gillen with art by Felipe Andre. Siege number 3 was awesome. That's the end of my review.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next week.
Right before the splash page for the intro, where it gives you the title of the book, he goes, "What is this? Ah, I'm sure you know the word, my friends. We are in the middle of a ...
Yeah. Siege.
Siege. And it says siege. Underneath it, it says, it's called Siege because it's about a siege. Which made me cackle with laughter.
That's
like, they were
hilarious.
like, shut up.
were
We
not-
know
shut
it's
up.
not the same
they're like that, yeah.
book. It's Siege.
Yeah.
Because it's about a siege.
Yeah.
Get over
We did, however, use the exact same lettering.
Exactly. This book is filled with, it's just a big fight, but it's a fight that has a reason for happening.
Oh, good.
I know we covered a book that has that as well,
Still
but
fights.
it's a little different. This is very much...
Well, the book's called Fight, basically.
Yeah, it is, but like a lot of
No,
plot,
it's called Endure.
Yeah.
a lot of plot and dialogue occur.
Okay.
Like during this whole thing, we get these amazing splash pages. This book is nothing but amazing splash pages, and they bring in other artists to do the splash pages,
cool.
which is really like fun. Like
Yeah.
it's really cool to see all the different takes, right? And one of the splash pages, we see the Ultron army up against Kitty Pryde, who can like turn into cats.
Okay.
What?
And then, of course, behind them you have, like, the wall who's Ben Grimm, like, attacking as well. So these
Oh, yeah, that's
giant
right.
hands. It's just an amazing image.
I remember he could travel through it. I didn't think he could be, like,
He
huge.
is the wall, so he...
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's the shield, as was pointed out. And it's spectacular. In the middle of this, you have Fury, who is, like this cyborg thing with, like, a huge... hand. It's an arm cannon. It's like a hand cannon, but it's his hand.
Cool.
Kaboom! And he's got like laser shooting out of his head.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And they're like, okay, we're in trouble. And like, because Abigail's like, she has her war journal where like she knows that Fury's the one she is gonna topple the wall, and like she can feel the rumbling of Ben Grimm, and like she hears the moaning and all that, and then like she like hears him whisper like a few more hits. And it's rumbling. And what they plan on doing is they're going to send, like, the Endless Summers out to
cool.
take down Fury because they don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
And, like, she has put in the call to the other Battleworlds to send guys.
Oh, shit.
Because, like, she's like, I know you're saving it for a rainy day.
This is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
Get your booties in your umbrella.
Yeah, now or never, okay? Brand's like, how's the time strain, Kang? And he's like, it's too filled with chrono mines for me to navigate, which is what future Kang said.
Oh.
And remember, Kang was like, that's bullshit, because I'm Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, because I'm so great. Yeah.
Listen to yourself. No!
Right. And, like, in all of this, like, Brand is like, well, at least you said can't.
Yeah.
So, there's a win. A little
Right.
win. So, she has Grimm take her and Kang and one of the Scott Summers to the Unites.
Okay.
Remember the two units?
Oh, yeah.
Who worked with Ultron and then, like, defected, but she thinks they're there for another issue.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's it, I'm taking you guys down with me. We're going to send you into, like, the chrono stream, essentially, like, to deal with the chrono mines or whatever, right?
Oh, okay.
And they're like, look, we know that you think that we're working for the enemy,
Right.
but we're not. We left because we're in love.
Oh.
And there's no room
They
for love.
they
in Ultron.
learned, like, affection.
Yeah.
And that's why they had to leave, because
That's not
there's
Ultron.
no room for that in Ultron.
Yep.
And she's like,
Great.
yeah, exactly.
I don't even know
She's
why I bother.
Why didn't anyone just say that?
Yeah.
And they're like, so what you thought was a prison was like heaven for us. She's like,
Right. She's like, well, that's fantastic.
she's like, great. And they're like, and that's worth fighting for. So like,
Oh, okay.
they played mental chess between the two of them.
We've just
they play 17 games to see who would win, and whoever won has to go out and fight Fury.
I thought they were processing the whole time.
No. They were because like what they say is that like we can control the robots a little bit,
Oh, okay.
but not enough to really help. But like they can give like a command to
Yeah.
Fury.
Okay.
And like maybe that'll stop him.
Yeah.
So the
like
one goes out there.
self-destruct.
Yeah, the one goes out there and like he's in the middle of fighting Kate of Bishop.
Oh, okay.
And she finds him. She's like, I'm gonna die. And
Yep.
then he shows up. it shows up, because they do refer to themselves as it, so I should say that. It shows up and tells him to take his hand cannon and, like, put it to his head.
Yeah.
Like, blows him away, but he doesn't die. And he kills that unite.
Oh.
And so, like, they're like, oh. And the other one, like, watches it happen, essentially, and she's like, I have to ask you to go down there. And he's like, well, or it's like, I'm kind of in the mood for a suicide mission anyway.
Yeah.
So he's like, what command? Because I'm only going to get one shot.
Right.
And the command they decide to give is to take Kang's hand. And Kang takes the Unite on a suicide mission into the time stream, essentially, to face the Chronomines. Like, Kang sacrifices himself.
Oh, wow.
Goes into the time stream. And they're like, that was, like, insane. Like, like, they're never going to be able to navigate it. And she's like, only if they're not aiming for every one of them. And he essentially, like, surfs Fury through the time thing, hitting every Chronomine.
Oh, that's awesome.
To blow him away.
Mm-hmm.
And they're literally mines! They're just floating, like, sea mines! Yeah! Essentially, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then they realize that there's still an army of Ultrons.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And they're like, okay. So they have, like, 100 summers left. Then there's Miss America Chavez and Kate of Bishop.
So they're fucked.
And she's like, they're like, we need an army. And she's like, well, this is what we got. And Abigail's like, and they're like, fine. And so they go to fight. And from, like, Gandalf over the ridge arrives riding on a massive colossus, Leah of Hell, and magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ileana Rasputin. Riding a huge... Because Colossus, for some reason, is this huge, hulking, gorilla-like beast. And they're riding him.
Okay.
And with them, essentially, comes Hell. Because they went to the Deadlands. Because, as it turns out, they're sorceresses, right?
Yeah.
So they can control the dead a little bit.
Oh.
And so they didn't get banished there. They did it on purpose. Because why rule under a false god, or an evil god, when you could just go and rule your own little area? So they eloped there, essentially. And
took over.
And, like, they're like, we can control a small section of it. And they bring that with them. And they destroy, all the Ultrons that are there.
That's awesome.
Man.
And, like, she's like... and everyone's like,
Thanks a lot. You gonna leave? Or you
that's
gonna
awesome. Thanks for coming back. And they're like, yeah, we're only here to like repay you. And then we're
you're like, good, thanks, because there's a lot of zombies.
Yeah, and I do not want to deal with it.
They take them with them. They take them with them.
Cool.
That's theirs, and it's like a wave. It's amazing. They're like just around.
So it's like Aragorn with the Army of the Dead.
Yeah. So they leave, and Abigail's like, I could tell Doom you're alive.
Yeah.
I could.
She's like, don't even bother.
So Abigail's just left in like this wasteland of stuff. Like, everyone's left at this point. Like, people, like, everyone's going back to their own business, and she's like, she's just talking to like this field of dead things, and she's just like, thank you everyone for your hard work and your sacrifice today. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, she's like, even you, Kang. And like, all of a sudden there's like this sound, and then we cut to like Kang in the
time stream.
Yeah. And the onomatopoeia is sound of reality being torn apart. And Kang and Dead Fury show back up, or what I assume is Dead Fury. And he's like, I did it.
Yay.
I made it through all of them, and I conquered them.
Oh my god.
Because he calls himself, he says like, Kang conquers, and she's like, Kang conquered, and then they hug.
Aww.
And it's like this really weirdly sweet moment.
Yeah, where they both like faced the
the
unwinnable.
Yeah.
And then came out on top.
And then we have our big last page reveal.
Right.
Where she punches him in the face.
One thing I want to point out that I neglected to mention earlier, when Abigail's doing her war journal, she's talking about how, like, she's just like, we just have to hold out, essentially, until Doom decides to essentially get off his ass and get down here.
Right.
Because this area is not ruled by Doom. Like, beyond the shield, Doom doesn't really care. He just sends his garbage there.
How responsible.
Which is why, like, probably in Ben's book, they don't really address Doom, because it's not anything down there.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, I was like, that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's a pain in the ass to learn, though.
Yeah.
Shit. Not
is
taking
it?
care of your
Because this
stuff.
book's awesome.
Yeah.
You gotta read this book.
And it's like an essential guide.
It isn't, I mean, yeah. There is a really cool last page reveal.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not going to tell us.
I don't think so.
Fair enough. You're going to have to buy the book.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. The book is awesome. Andre's art is great. I like it. I like his style. I like it in conjunction with Kieran's or Gillen's, like, kind of snarky, fun writing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really cool. And then occasionally having that thrown in element of, like, a random artist doing, like, huge splash pages.
Right.
Kind of sets the tone for the splash page as well.
Mm.
So it's really cool. I like this book a lot. And, I mean, the fact that it's got Abigail Brand in it
Of course, it's a plus.
is plus for me. I think she's really great in this. Like, I really do. And because of that, she's probably going to die. I mean, they're all going to die. But it's going to be something horrific, like with Doctor Strange. I have to stop liking characters. Everyone else is going to, like, die off page.
Yeah,
all of mine are going to be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, welcome to our world.
Shut up. So, I recommend this book. It flew by. Like, it's not very long.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like, maybe 20 pages, maybe. There's a lot in it, though.
Yeah.
So that's great.
That's cool.
But, like, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. And then I'm just one more, like, closer to...
The end. Yeah.
Is
By the
this a 4 or a 5?
I don't
Series.
remember. I'm either one away or two away.
It
so
it feels like 1, but it's probably 2.
I don't know, because, like, at the, like, beyond the last page reveal, it tells you that it's, like, one day before the shield
okay, then no,
falls.
it's 1. Yeah.
So
It's probably 1, and then it's probably delayed also because Secret Wars got delayed.
it also says there is no hope.
Ah,
Like,
fair enough. Well, there you go, guys. There's your Siege fix.
Yeah.
For Secret Wars. You can pick it, of course, in the description box down below, along with every other book that we normally do on this show.
But in particular, this one.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know. I just like it.
Sounds like it, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite tie-in that's really tied in. Most of the books that I'm reading aren't super tied in.
Mhm.
Like, they're just in the same world.
Yeah,
But, like, this is tied in, and I love it.
it's awesome. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time with another episode of Secret Wars TLDR. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Keep reading. Watch for this Siege.
There, watch the sky.
And don't
I was gonna
forget
say
to
watch
check
Sky.
out below to find our Patreon.
That's right. We've got a Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. If you are interested in helping to support Comic Pop, make it even bigger and better than it already is, you can go to patreon.com/ComicPop. It's in the description box down below as well. Click it, check it out, see if it's right for you. We'd really appreciate it. So, thanks a lot for watching. See you guys later.
Wash is butt approved, so.
Yeah, great. Thanks. Once again. Yeah.
Patreon.
welcome. We got cats. More cats.
More cats.
Cats.
Cats. Actually, if we do get a really successful Patreon, there'll be fewer cats. Because we'll move to a studio and they won't...
Don't
freak
say
us out.
that!
Oh, yeah.